say He's Allah, the only one.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. In the name of the one whose names are so beautiful, so suitable to begin. Every syllable is for him. Al-Khalaq al-Insan, creator of mankind and jinn. Every noun, verb, and synonym I dedicate to him. He who taught mankind the names of all things, and so to begin, all praises to him. To be or not to be, your being is still for him. For he is one, with no father or son, and the only one worthy of your prostration. He who controls the moon and the sun, every atom, including Adam, may peace be upon. Indeed, the best speech is derived from the Quran and the guidance of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I seek refuge from Allah from the accursed shaitan, because I came from a prophet who was the best of creation. So let me begin with the greetings the angels gave to him. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah, I put a lot of work into that salam, by the way. And that was no regular salam, and I expect a little bit better in return, inshallah. Let's try that again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, we work on that, inshallah, no problem. It can get better, inshallah. Those who criticize my generation forget who are the ones who raised us. Produce teenagers who pop in razors, scraping their veins open like erasers. Trying to erase all the pain and shame of delinquent teenagers on call with drugs and alcohol, having a ball while our species is endangered. Because in this day and age, you are nothing but a Facebook page, a retweet of nothing sweet, a selfie inside a cage. Living in a material prison, a 16:9 cell of whatever celebrities on your TV want to sell. Because everybody wants to be somebody, but nobody wants to be themselves. We adore the ones who ignore us and ignore the ones who adore us. We are only Muslim by name so long as immigration won't deport us. I'm sorry, Mr. Politician, I didn't mean to look so different. I know my parents have a funny accent, but I'm just working with what I was given. You see, we moved to these lands to escape from poverty and persecution, but colonization of my nation kind of had the promised lands looking like an illusion. And I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm from, or where I'm going. You see, I wanted to go to school, but the class they put me in is boring. The teacher says that I have special needs and that my grades ain't that important, but they don't know that I could flip trees and buy me a pair of Jordans. And I don't want to play the race card because I ain't even a fan of poker. But every time I visit jails, it looks like the colored people taking over. But as I've grown older, I've realized what's most important, and I don't ask Allah for less tests. I ask Allah for bolder shoulders. Because inside of every tear is a moment most sincere to God. The help of Allah is near, but how near are you to Allah? Because in order to be free, you must escape from the prison of your desires and speak only when your words are more beautiful than silence. Make friends with the Quran because it is a book of guidance. Embody the message of messengers and stand tall like Dawood did to giants. I was looking for faults, and so I started in the mirror. And I realized my real homies are those who want to be homies in Jannah. And though people are complicated, Islam is real simple. You see, Allah gives us so much but yet we thank him so little. But now even liberals see my sisters wearing hijabs as criminals. But I see every covered girl as a covered girl, so take cover, girl. And forgive your enemies, but never forget what they have taught you. And know that those who gossip with you will one day gossip about you. They tell me I should rap to the youth, although my poetry is spoken. I tell them my tongue is a loaded gun and I am careful where I point it. Plus I ain't trying to give advice that I ain't acted upon myself. Everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to start within themselves. But from what I can tell, the signs are clear. The end of time is near. And behind every wrinkle on the face of our elders lies wisdom beyond our years. If only we would take a moment to attain all that they had made. One generation plants a seed so that the next can receive the shade. People ask me what changed, but wallahi akhi, nothing really. I just began to see this world as a traveler, and I'm moving quickly on my way inside my grave, where everyone will sleep, because the angel of death is a celebrity everybody's dying to meet. People say that they are killing time, but really time is just killing you. And your life is nothing more than all the paths and roads that you will choose. But even a man who killed 99 people and repented to Allah was excused. So if you say your heart has grown distant from Allah, then ask yourself who moved. Growing up is painful, but you can't stay small forever. Everybody wants a rainbow but ain't prepared for bad weather. So never ever ever let the devil make you sad at where you are, cause only in your darkest hour can you see the brightest stars. Some of the best lessons in my life were learned at the worst times, but I wouldn't change anything except my patience in the divine. Because if Allah brings you to it, then He will bring you through it. Just have patience and pray. Trust me, I'm living proof of it. Jazakallah khair. How's everybody feeling? Feels like I walked into a janazah. MashaAllah. I mean, you guys look dead. Are you okay? Somebody forced you to be here? No? You can smile, you know, it's okay. You should see this camera. By the way, this camera keeps zooming in on everyone's faces and you don't notice it, but you just look like this. I'm following the sunnah, brother. I'm upset. It's okay, you can smile, no problem, inshallah. This is not my first time in Africa, by the way. I've seen this many black people before, alhamdulillah. I've traveled all around Africa. This is my first time in Kenya. And it's, you know, very beautiful. I feel like I'm one of you. I feel Kenyan. People don't know. They think I look Kenyan, by the way. They just come up to me and start talking. Brother, I do it. I'm like, yes, I agree, yes. I like it. It's nice. This is really an honor, you know, subhanAllah. Actually, before I continue, can I just do one thing? Just so I can remember this moment. Can I take a selfie with you guys? Is that okay? Can I do that? Okay, but you gotta like wave or something. Don't just look dead. Man, you guys so black. I don't see anything. MashaAllah, I just see. I'm thinking, is there wrong with this flash or what is going on here? MashaAllah. Just a bunch of black people smiling. That's all you can see. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Are there any like white people here with us? Where? You said yes. Where are they? You waving your hand. You're not white. You black. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to us, sister. We know you. Don't lie. Come on. I'm very honored to be here. Wallahi, I can't tell you this enough. It's actually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed me so much that I've been able to be here with you all, accompanied by some great scholars and great individuals. And me, I'm just like miskeen, and I don't know nothing. I just came along. This guy's trying to interpret my poetry. I feel like so bad for him. It must be so difficult. Because I'm talking so fast and I feel like he's not really... Is he still going? MashaAllah. He's good. He's good, MashaAllah. I give him credit, MashaAllah. But for many of you, this is your first time coming to an event like this. Alhamdulillah, in North America we have conferences all the time. But it's great because you get to see so many different people. Just out of curiosity, just so I know who I'm speaking with. How many of you are under the age of 25? Raise your hands. MashaAllah. Look around. Everybody here's young. How many of you under the age of 23? Raise your hands. Under the age of 20, keep your hands up. Under the age of 18, 16, 14, 12, 10. You're 10 years old? What are you doing here? How did you even get in? Okay, now, how many of you have birthdays on January 1st? Okay, that's a joke overseas. You won't get it. In North America, all the East African people, birthdays January 1st. Because they come to America and they don't know what day they were born, so they just put January 1st. Anyways, that's fine. Alhamdulillah. It's great to see so many young people. Alhamdulillah. I have a message for the young people. I am young myself, sort of. I'm getting older. But alhamdulillah, I sympathize with the young people because being a Muslim in this day and age is not a very easy thing. Doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't matter what continent or country or city you live in. Islam is consistently under attack. But we have with us so many great blessings, walhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you the opportunity to access knowledge like never before. You have access to Islam like no one else has had before you. You have scholars, you have du'at, you have masajid, you have halaqat, you have so many opportunities, you have the internet. Imagine that, just through online. You can access Islam at the click of a button. You can learn about your religion very easily. But I would still say that for the majority of us, we're still very ignorant about Islam. Islam for many of us, it's just a cultural thing. Why are you Muslim? You're Muslim because your parents told you you have to be Muslim, that's why. Most of you never woke up and said, you know what, today I'm going to be Muslim. Today I'm going to practice Islam. For many of us, Islam was just something that was given to us. 8 years old, 9 years old, you're in Duksi, mashallah. You don't even know what's going on. You're just there, right? You don't have a choice. Many of us, we don't understand or appreciate the blessing that we have. There are people outside of this room right now who are walking around so hurt, so lost inside. If they knew what you had, they would trade the world for it. If they knew what you had inside, they would give up everything for it. But for many of us, our Islam is just a part-time thing. We have part-time Muslims. You know what I mean when I say part-time Muslims? Like, you're not full-time, you're getting minimum wage Muslims. And you have different type of part-time Muslims. You have like the Jum'ah Muslims. Right? You know what I'm talking about. They don't pray the whole week, mashaAllah. But Salatul Jum'ah comes around, Allahu Akbar, front row, mashaAllah. Right? And then you have another group. We're going to see them very soon, inshallah. The Ramadan Muslims, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. You don't see these people for the entire year, mashallah. The first night there's free food in the masjid, mashallah, tabarakallah. Our brothers and sisters are there. And then you have my personal favorite, the 27th night of Ramadan Muslims, Allahu Akbar. They bake everything on 6 hours, mashallah. I love those people. It sounds funny, but actually, it's quite sad. Because this is the state of our ummah. That for many of us, we are just going through the motions. We are just doing what we think we're supposed to do. But for many of us, Islam has never really entered inside of our hearts. It's never entered inside of our souls. And so you have a lot of our youth that are very lost. And they go to this extreme, they go to that extreme, and they can't find a balance in their lives. And you look at the state of the ummah today, and you see what it is. You look everywhere there's Muslims. In any Muslim country, there's war, there's poverty, there's famine. There's so many big issues happening to the Muslims. An intelligent person might ask themselves, why is this happening to us? Aren't we the people whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He loves? Aren't we the chosen people? Aren't we the people of Tawheed? Why is Allah Azza wa Jal testing us in such a way? And then you remember the ayah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that verily He will not change the condition of a people until they decide to change what's in themselves. Look around us, brothers and sisters. Have you ever stopped to think that perhaps our disobedience to Allah Azza wa Jal is the result of the world we see around us? That perhaps for us, the people who consistently disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that perhaps it is due to our sins that this ummah is in the state that it's in. And we have so many people out there forgetting about the basics. You have people out there shouting for big things. We want khilafah. We want this, we want that. Akhi, you can't even wake up for Fajr. What's going on? You want the khilafah, you can't wake up for Salat al-Fajr. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. We have to return back to the basics, brothers and sisters. We have to return back to the love and worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this can only be done through knowledge. As our Shaykh was mentioning to us, that you can only love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you know who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you need to first of all wage this war against yourself, against your own nafs. You have to wage jihad against your nafs. Oh, jihad? Yes, brother, jihad. Jihad al-nafs. Combat yourself. It's very easy to be a very good Muslim in front of the audience. When people are looking at you, MashaAllah, brother. Look at your long beard. Allahu Akbar, brother. Very long, MashaAllah. Oh, sister, look at your hijab. Oh, very nice. But who are you in a room by yourself? What type of person are you? What type of Muslim are you when nobody's around to look at you? Ask yourself that question. I want to share this reminder with myself first and foremost, because wallahi Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that I am a sinner as well. I make mistakes just like everybody else. No one in this room is perfect. But we can, step by step, day by day, work towards making ourselves better people. The only person you need to be better than is the person who you were yesterday. Become a better person, step by step, day by day. I want to share one more poem with you, inshallah, and then I'll hand it off to our other esteemed speakers and guests. I'll be here for the next 2 or 3 days as well, inshallah, so you'll see me again. Hopefully you don't get bored of me, inshallah. Maybe you don't notice me, I just blend in with everybody else. That's why I like that, alhamdulillah. Just look like a regular African guy, so it's nice. But I want to share this poem that actually, I wrote this poem towards myself. You know, sometimes people dedicate poems to their wives or this. I dedicated a poem to me, mashallah. Because I need this nasiha, I need this reminder more than anybody else. And we all need to put ourselves in check. We all need to have these conversations with ourselves, with our nafs, to make sure we're staying in check, inshallah. So I'll recite this poem for you. It's called Dear Nafs. Dear Nafs, I am writing you this poem to let you know that I am stuck. Because after years of dealing with your drama, I have finally had enough. I thought we had a trust, I had your back, you had my front, BFFs until the death, living life with no regrets. The way we used to cruise, the days when it was just me and you, the world in our rear view, we used to be our own crew. It was me, myself and I, best buddies to the end. But now I know an open enemy is better than a false friend. Where do I begin? Perhaps your fascination with sins. You've been trying to pull me under, but I promise you won't win. Cause I'm lacing up my boots, ready to tame this wild beast. I'm waging war against that man in the mirror who keeps looking back at me. Ajib. Did you really think I will let my own desires succeed without paying the ultimate price? Because wallahi, Jannah isn't free. while Jahannam is surrounded by ease and hypocrisy. Indeed, they are in degrees, lest my struggle ever cease. The scholars say, this world is nothing but a number of days, and whenever a day passes away, a part of you passes away. You were created from clay, not created for mere play. And you will return back to the dirt the same way that you came. Nafsi, nafsi, they will say, while they are running in dismay for fear of the judgment day. Oh, my poor soul, what excuses will you make? For the angel of death is on his way, and his list contains your name. So do yourself a favor and do not be of those who gone astray. And please believe me when I say, every righteous person has a past, and every sinner has a future. So make your best deeds your last. Establish your salah. You will be raised the way you died. Hayya ala al-falah, because blankets weigh a ton at Fajr time. Sincerely worship the divine, for he has sent you many signs, created you from mates, not apes. So all this monkey business is a crime. He even swore to you by time that mankind was in a loss. Nafsi, nafsi, you are a slave, and Al-Jabbari is the boss. So tell me, who do you fear? Better yet, what do you love? The adornments of this world or the one whom they come from? I'm done with pointless fun. I'm sick of going through that pain. We have this love-hate relationship because you love all the things that I hate. Nafsi, nafsi, can you hear me? Why won't you take heed and remember? You can't even stand the summer's heat. How will you ever stand Jahannam? Abandon your secret sins, for there are no secrets from him. And it's not the size of the offense, but the greatness of the one you sin against. And I don't want to come across as rude, but everything I'm telling you is true. I only want what's best for you. Come on, fool, I love you. You deserve gardens and acres of the most lush and heavenly nature. Don't put your Hur al-Ain in danger. Glad tidings to the strangers. Lower your gaze and be amazed how Allah raises you in honor. Every day's a battlefield, so treat taqwa like your armor. Be beautiful and dutiful to your mother and your mother and your mother and your father. And even when it hurts, smile in the faces of your brothers. Give whatever you have. Give a date. Give even half. Give for the sake of Allah, and Allah will give you more than you ever had. This is the real deal jihad. I'm fighting my nafs until the white flag, holding myself hostage in tahajjud with no one there to brag. Nafsi, nafsi, can I ask, do your friends encourage you to fast? Or are they simply there for laughs like the devil on his behalf? So watch who you choose. Your companion should be those who adorn your circle like roses, but keep an eye out for thorns. For soon shall they be the ones to mourn. Tears for the day that we die, and tears for the day that we are born in this life. You may lose the people that you love. You may even lose the things that you have. But whatever happens, oh my soul, make sure you never, ever, ever lose Islam. This whole dunya is an exam, and its answers are found in the Quran and the Sunnah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. So whoever seeks only from this world, then they will find no reward, because you always die too young if you die without having known your Lord. Oh my dear nafs, may Allah Azza wa Jal have mercy on your soul. May they bury you a Muslim, make you steadfast to your old. One day you will thank me at the gates of Al-Firdaus, Insha'Allah. Until then, this means war. Jazakallah khair wa barakallah feek. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
the only one. We all need him and he needs no one.